Hello friends, welcome to the next session. In this session, we are going to discuss what is finite automata, what is the mathematical model of it, how is the working going to be in brief. So let's get started. Now coming on to the finite automata. If you observe the slide, finite automata is nothing but a mathematical representation of a machine. So if we see over here, the finite automata is going to look something like this. We are going to have an input tape. The thing which you see over here, this is called as an input tape. Now this is actually a very traditional machine where the input was given on a single tape and the machine was able to read the input character by character from left to right. So now when I say I'm going to read the input, I can also see there is something called as a read head over here. So what is the read head going to do? Every time it will be pointing to some character in the input tape, reading that character, and after reading that character, it will be deciding as to what action has to be done. Up till now, we have studied finite state machines. So there we know some state on receiving some input goes to some other state. Similarly, over here, that logic of the machine will be incorporated into the head of the machine, that is the brain of the machine, and that is called as the finite state control. So finite state control will actually ask the read head read the input word by word, character by character, interpret the input, and finally it will tell us whether the machine will be accepting that input or rejecting that input. So that's how my finite automata mathematical diagram looks like. Going ahead to the components of the finite automata. Now my finite automata consists of three components. The first component which I have over here is called as finite set of state. Most important thing, finite automata will always have set of states and they are going to be finite in nature. The second component which I have is called as the input tape, which we just discussed, and the third component that you have is called as the read head. Now having understood the components, let's jump to the working. Now working, depending upon the state and the input symbol, every time for every finite state machine we have one state and one input symbol, and depending on that it is going to behave. So I say the finite automata is also going to react exactly in the same manner. So here we see in the working, depending on the state and the input symbol, my finite automata can either change the state or remain in the same state. This is exactly what was observed in the behavior of FSM also. So without describing it further, I write, depending on the state and the input symbol, my finite automata can change the state stroke. That is, it can either change the state or it can remain in the same state. That was point number one. My point number two is, every time the finite automata reads an input symbol, it will be moving one location to the right. That is, every time it will be reading one character, moving right, reading next character, moving right, character by character. So I have my FA moves the head to the right of the current cell. That's complete my working of the finite automata. Moving ahead, why are we studying automata? Because in finite automata, there are n number of automata types. Primarily, I will say, if you observe over here, finite automata basically is primarily categorized into two categories. The first one is the finite automata, in which We have the final states, however we do not have the output states. And the second is finite automata, where we do have the output states but final states are absent. As you can see over here, the first category is the one which has the final state but no output state. This can be further categorized into two parts. The first one is called as deterministic finite automata, abbreviated as DFA, and the second one we call it as the non-deterministic finite automata, abbreviated as NFA. So these are the automata types. The next automata type which we have is the one in which we do have the output states but we do not have the final state, and they are categorized into two machines. The first one is called as the Moore machine and the second one is called as the Mealy machine. In automata theory, there are actually no short forms for this machine, so they will be merely called as Moore and Mealy machines. So that's how the working and the types of finite automata goes. Now in the next session, we'll be briefing about what is DFA and its working. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Thank you.